Hi everyone, Sandy here from Pretty Little Book Nerds, and I'm here today to share with you my November TBR. So this list is going to be much shorter than October because I failed spectacularly with my October TBR, which once you watch mine and Francesca's October wrap up, you'll find out a little bit more why and what went wrong. So again, this list is going to be shorter. I am working on two different challenges in November. The first one is a nonfiction November challenge. I put the hashtag below for you in case you wanted to follow it on Instagram. And I'm also working on another Instagram book challenge called Backlist Got Backed Up. So normally you see me in front of a larger pile of books. I went with the pretty bookcase today, but I do have a very large TBR backlist that I really need to work on. So some of these will be included from that backlist group of titles that I have, and some of them are very specific just to the nonfiction genre. So first off, I am currently reading, I just started, a nonfiction by Scott James called Trial by Fire. And Trial by Fire is the true story of the Station nightclub fire from February of 2003. And I vaguely remember when I saw this on NetGalley, I was given an e-arc from NetGalley and the publishers. And when I first saw it, I think like my brain registered a little bit, like remembering to hear about it, but I didn't remember too much about it. So before I started reading, I did my pre-search. I'm a librarian. So I did my pre-search and learned a little bit more about it. And I have to say, like, I don't know if I have words. It is such a tragic story. The amount of people who were injured and the loss of life in just this one nightclub fire is astounding. So this book is taking me probably a little bit longer to get through than I thought it would. I started a few days ago and I'm not even a quarter of the way through it. The writing is superb. The journalist who is investigating what happened does a very thorough job, but is also showing you the human side of things as well as the investigative side of the story. But it's heavy, you know, there's a lot of tragedy in here, so I have to kind of break it down into chunks. So just a warning if you decide to read it. I do so far think it is a very amazing book. I think the author does a great job from minute one, drawing readers in and getting you to understand the people behind the story in addition to what happened. So again, for me, it's taking me a little bit longer because I really kind of need to break this down a little bit. The next title that I have to show you is one that was on my October list as like a hope to get to, and I didn't even finish my actual October list, so there's no way I got to this one, but it's Savage Appetites by Rachel Monroe. So if you watched my October TBR, then you know that this one is about women who are not just into true crime, but end up being kind of obsessed with true crime. And so this really investigates why women are interested in true crime, but also investigates women who are interested in true crime and then create their own true crime. So I am looking forward to this being my next read. I really wanted to get to this in October and didn't get a chance to, so I'm excited to be able to jump into this for November. The next title that I have is one that is definitely on my backlist got backed up. I've had it for a while. It is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. This is an incredibly famous piece of work, especially since Miss McNamara had passed away very shortly before publication. But this is the infamous story of the serial killer out in California that they named the Golden State Killer. And part of Michelle's work in this book helped them actually catch the person in real life. So being that I am a huge book nerd and also that I'm a librarian, I prefer to read books before I watch film adaptations or TV shows about it. And this one, they did create, HBO created a documentary series about it. And my husband, who's sitting over there, really wanted to watch this. So we ended up watching it before I got a chance to read the book. But I am excited about finding some of the nooks and crannies that the documentary series did not get into that we will find in the book. And in the docu-series, they actually use Michelle's words throughout the story. And just from those few words that they included in the docu-series, it just sounds really, really compelling. So again, I'm looking forward to diving into this book as well. The last book on my nonfiction November challenge, and this is actually not backlist, but I'm considering it backlist because I bought it when it first came out and just have not gotten to it yet, but it's Jessica Simpson's memoir, Open Book. And I remember when the book came out and there were so many interviews that she was doing, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I had no idea she had been through so much. And I think she's an incredibly multifaceted person that a lot of people never gave her credit for. So this kind of lends itself to how we are starting to identify that celebrities and people that we're seeing on social media, they don't have these perfect lives. You know, celebrities don't always have these wonderful lives, even though they have a lot going for them now. A lot of them have been through some very difficult things. And so I am very interested in learning more about her background and what she had gone through when she was younger. You know, her marriage to Nick Lachey, for example, stuff that happened to her when she was a kid. So I am, like I said, very interested in this one. And this is actually going to be our Pretty Little Book Nerds buddy read for the month of November. Francesca and I both purchased this when it came out, and we were both really excited to read this. So we're going to be reading this together in November. I also wanted to give a shout out to smaller businesses. And, you know, I do buy candles from big box stores, but sometimes they can be really powerful and overwhelming in the room. So I wanted to give a shout out to a shop on Etsy called New Moon Beginnings. I bought their autumn mixed pack, and they create large candles, but also small candles. They do votives, and I found these tea lights, which I just thought were precious. But they are infused with essential oils. You can see they also have in them crystals and herbs as well. And what I really liked about, beside the scent being wonderful, what I really liked about these was the size was small enough, but the smell was still strong enough that I could burn a tea light and still get a very nice scent in my room without it being overpowering and without me having to blow it out after like a half hour because it's just overtaken the entire room. So I will put the shop link to New Moon Beginnings in the description below, along with the hashtag nonfiction November and the hashtag backlist got backed up if you are interested in checking out any of those three. So that is my list for November. I would love to hear what you're reading. If you want to take part in the Nonfiction November Challenge, drop me a line with what nonfiction books you are checking out, or if you have a nonfiction book recommendation for me, I would love to add to my list. Maybe I'll actually get through it this time. So drop me a comment below, and also stay tuned to our channel for our October wrap up if we haven't posted it and you haven't seen it already, and also Francesca's November TBR. I wish you all the best. I'm sure I'll see you all before the holidays, but if I don't, have a wonderful holiday season and make sure you're taking care of yourself. Have a great day. Bye.